You're now listening to a Press Play Network podcast.
What made me so wild? This shit is crazy, so wild. Hey, I just pulled up about to ya. Yeah. Tryna be the one that you're next to ya. Yeah. And we can roll every day and night. I need you in my life. Tryna be the one that you're next to. I'm glad I met you. Hey girl, you're special. So what's your next move? We make the best move. Like shaku. Hey girl, I see you. Girl, I see you. I'm just gon' keep it honest. Shot of bed, no labels. I just know I'm a monster. I just know she the greatest. I just came for the ladies. We just swerve on the haters. Smoking room, no vapors. Wood packs on the table. This is all just to let you know. Just let me know. Say no more shit they do. Ain't what we on. Clouds in the rain. Can't stop that shine on your face when I come through, big rude in the bedroom. Good move, put your ass on the pavement. Canvas ain't you. I just built my sandcastle, yeah. Turn my head, they wave, can't crash down, yeah. Hey, this shit here what made me so wild. This shit here is crazy, so wild, yeah. Hey, I just pulled up about to, yeah. Tryna be the one that you're next to, yeah. And we can roll every day and night. I need you in my life. Tryna be the one that you're next to. I'm glad I met you. Hey girl, you're special. So what's your next move? We make the best move. Like shaku. Hey girl, I see you. Girl, I see you.
San Quentin, not San Clemente. Do not pass go directly to jail. Do not collect $200,000. We beg your pardon, America.
As far as I can remember, I never changed with you. Never came at you like what you said. Wait, boy, you ain't the same as you. I was looking for a hater and you was the main nigga. I just wanna help. Can I help? Everybody on. Make everybody well. Now it's like a cesspool. Next fool move, text move through his motherfucking chest. Yeah, this is what it's come to. This is why you gotta be a fucking lion if the game is a jungle. Gotta be a liar when they tell me it's a hustle. Cause the way a nigga lives determine a nigga culture. Burning bridges, buying boats. I can guarantee wins like Ali's here. Home north, I'm a vote. But a man sitting idle is advantage to his rival. So never get up off me. That's a stiff arm. Underground railroad, moving, better get on. Southside rapper, keep the flows tough as leather for a lightweight fabric. That's chiffon. We on a whole nother something else. Niggas be gone like birthdays. We never struggle, here to pee on. I never struggle like the beat on. Boy, I love it. Tell them motherfuckers we hustle and try and see something.
Play a domino or a gamble or a drink. I fuck everything up. I ain't got a chick or a child. Woman fuck woman too. Woman gonna come. I internet a woman don't even care if you don't give them money. That's what I'm saying. As long as you're there for them. I'm telling man, I enjoy myself, man. When I go at the corners and I play domino. So I play domino and I have some fun, drink some rum. And I the real fucking rum too. I don't like rum like this where you have to drink one whole heap to get high. No, one shot. Your brain's tinky. I'm serious, man. When we have in Jamaica, one good shot of it. You No more rum for the fucking night.
Yeah. Jack Daniel by the fifth. Sit back in my chair side and have a sip. Get to talking that king shit, they choose sides. Get to talking about who the best, I have a fit. Sip mode, my whole style is carrier. Fresh as new money, my whole style is Harriet. Niggas still running the whole time I'm battling. Until they out of bounds, they whole style is traveling. 4 dope boys in the Cadillac.
Rasta man, I'm here to tell you Nino Brown says your services are no longer needed in the community.
Who the combo clad?
Oh! Yeah! Now that's how you kill somebody, my brother. You get right up on the motherfucker and bam! Throw his brains all over the sidewalk in broad daylight.
It's been a whole lot of fucking time wasted. Let niggas make it being two-faced. My brown skin need blue faces. My dark friends got a few cases. My talent reigns supreme. Motherfucker, my vision is my team. Used to wonder why everybody talk. Had to learn what an empty wagon mean. Listen here, boy, I don't play no games. Get a clip, boy, you better stay in your lane. Round here, niggas' nerves ain't bout shit. Fuck around, turn a good to a bad day. Fuck around, have a leg in the wrong place. Fuck around, get sprayed like lead paint. Fuck around, had to move to another side. Fuck around, had to move to another state. Goddamn, boy. I try to be the more quiet, but
go for it.
Violent, brother. Keep extendos by the mouse.
And yo, it's the world's greatest hip hop podcast. It's the Hip Hop Rejects. This is a podcast all about hip hop music. It's your boy Young Fly than the rest. He's royalty. And we in here tonight. What we got going?
Man, we got the boy. We've been trying to get on this show for a long ass time.
I think we've been trying to get him on the shows like since we first started trying to have guests.
That's crazy. Yeah, man, we got to do it right, man.
Exactly, man. For sure.
Yeah, man, but we got the boy Big Steve up in here, you know what I'm saying? Steve Robinson. He another hometown artist, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, go. Hey, pause, man. Pause, y'all.
All right.
Huh?
Hey, your mama said, give me the key to the truck so I can follow her.
Yeah, it was on the dresser.
Okay.
Damn.
Live recording, people.
All right, y'all. My bad. So, I don't even know where I was, man.
Boy, you good. Just an introduction. I'm here. Steve. It's been a long goddamn time. Should have been here. But we here. What's correct?
All right, man. So, you know, so the thing is, Steve usually shoot me, when he work on something, he shoot me a track. I listen to it, give him my feedback, and I be listening and stuff. He like one of the only artists I know that use auto-tune. If you ever heard some of his music, where I can actually listen to his music. Like, I can't listen to a lot of folks' music that got auto-tune because it's like they do it wrong, and he actually does his right, so I can actually listen to it. So, you know what I'm saying? I have been, like we said, man, like about 3 years, been trying to get him on the show. I know he be, you know, life. That's basically it. But we finally got him on the show, and we finna kick this interview off.
Oh, yeah, already, man.
All right. First off, let's just go ahead, tell them about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Your inspirations for music, and you know where they can pick up your music at.
Musically, well, I'm Steve. I guess everybody know that, but you know, I never came with no nickname or no shit like that because it was always more about the music and what's coming out. So it was always Steve. Man, this music, man, the influences, it's really all hip hop, man. This shit is I'm influenced by classic hip hop, like the times where we used to go get the CD and open it up and read the cover and shit after you take the plastic off and look at the pictures through the booklet. You know what I'm saying? As you listening to the CD, you on number one, you seeing who produced the shit and seeing who featured on it, looking at the credits. So that's what I'm really trying to bring back. The nostalgia of it.
I feel you. So, like, we done brought that up a couple of times because we all come from that era where before you even heard pretty much a song off the album cover is pretty much what sold you. You know what I'm saying? Like the old No Limit album covers and Cash Money album covers and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's like what you said, you know, you used to get the CD and flip through the booklet while you listen to the tracks on there. And I feel like that's what's lost in hip hop now is because it's not an experience anymore. It's like hip hop is just popping out singles and not full albums. Like rarely is it a full album that grasps the culture's attention. And I want to know how you feel about that.
I think that's, in a sense, that's true. In a sense, that is true because it's turned to it's kind of a microwave type thing now, where everybody really focus on that one, and it's not really that sit down and listen to an album type thing anymore. So, with that said, you do have to give people music, like, constantly. You have to give them music constantly. But at the same time, I feel like you can be an artist that give them an album and then fall back, like disappear from the face of the goddamn earth and come back with a whole nother album. You know what I mean?
And I feel like that's what Kendrick and J. Cole do.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. Like, it's some people that do that shit. And it's just, if you fearless enough to do it, and then it'll seem like, damn, he know the sauce, he know the way to do it. But at the same time, people just try to give them what they missed. So damn, man, I miss having albums out. I miss sitting listening to an album. So the right artist gonna give you that. And it's really coming right back around to people like Kendrick, like you said, J. Cole, like you say, Drake. He's trying to get back to a album type thing, but that boy just let out singles like a goddamn machine gun, which is never a bad thing.
Yeah, very true, very true. Sticking to the whole album, as far as what albums, stuff like that, a lot of your cover art is very, I would say, probably like very abstract. It's very different from a lot of upcoming artists where it's most artists that you come across, then it's very like flashy and it's very like, to me, it's very abstract. What gave you the inspiration as far as for like when it comes to your single covers for a lot of your content?
The covers, first and foremost, I'm working with my homeboy Kenny Reno. He's just a mad scientist when it comes to a lot of this.
Shout out to Reno.
Oh my goodness. Like, me and Kenny Reno have been working so long, so close together. A lot of these times I'll tell him the small concept of a picture or an album or details I'm trying to go, and I'll send him the song or a song that gave me that idea about it. It may have not been the song I'm recording. Like, I'll just send him something that will put him in the mind of it. And from there, I don't know, I think we so away from the box, quote unquote. We try to burn the box and just do our own thing. So it kind of turns out like that at the same time. But visually, I'm chasing Basquiat. I want to give them that feel like Basquiat gave them. Like when you saw them tags on them corners and you just wanted to know, who the hell is this? Just like Warhol. He just wanted to know, who the fuck was this putting these tags up?
Righteous, I feel you on that. Speaking of Reno, man, like production-wise also, like, we're going to have to get Reno on the show too. Cause he cold with it production wise too. Yes, he real cold. And that's the thing, man. Like that's why we want to get local people on our show, because I'm gonna give you the same question that I give everybody that come on locally. We got so much talent in our hometown. Why is it that like no one has blown up like they should have? And why is it that we still in that crab in the barrel mentality versus like Atlanta, where they always propping each other up, or how Houston was when they was propping each other up?
That's a hell of a question. Well, locally, I'll say this. We look to, a lot of people look to make it. You know what I mean? That's quote unquote, like make it. And back, you know, in the day, I say 80, like that late 80, 90-ish type, when people wanted a deal, you slick kid. You know, like give one person a deal and then one person to save the whole tribe or to save the whole city. Like, we need a banner and you got one David Banner and that's the one person gonna carry the flag for the whole, you know what I mean?
Right.
I think just that mind frame makes artists want to just go get it themselves, and it's not really a selfish thing at the same time. I think it's just a lot out of necessity, like just to go get it, and at the same time, man, to ask specifically me for sure about, you know, Greenville artists working together. And man, like I tell cats, man, I work with a lot of cats down here, man, and a lot of them great. And just like I can answer the question one way, when your next interview, you're going to get a totally different answer. But, you know, some people just got to... man, it's layered because it's relative to who's making music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I honestly feel like in our community, and when I say our community, I'm not talking about specific Black community. I'm talking about our hometown. It's basically a popularity contest. Like if you're not a popular person, but like you could be spitting way better and have way better production than the popular cats, but nobody will pay you any mind. But you know, the popular cats who were like popular in high school, popular on the streets or whatnot, they decide, oh well, I want to be a rapper too, and such rapping, and they start doing it, and they start all of a sudden everybody jamming them, but nobody pay a certain person no mind because, you know, they weren't popular. And I feel like that's what's been the hold back on our city.
You know what? Whenever I feel like that too, especially in the beginning when I was doing this shit, I felt like a popularity contest because just for the simple fact I was just trying to work with people, like and go in their studios. And, hey man, I'm trying to come through, drop something. What you do? I got a lot of, well, you know, I'm straight, or we good over here, and we good over here. So when I started making my own music and shit, that was like in my own studio, my own beats. I started making them out of necessity, me and Ken. So a lot of this shit I do, it's a necessity of, you can't come in here, or like that gump shit. You can't sit here. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
That's kind of why I started doing it, so I could be the person too that other artists can come to. Like, well, they don't fuck with me around there. You know what I mean? Well, I hear your song. I hear you. I see your vision. Come over here, and I got you. That type of shit. So right. I always saw that people won't work with each other, and it's kind of like a popularity contest, but at the same time, man, I'm athlete minded in a lot of this shit. So for once, it's a competition. It's usually always a competition with me.
Right.
And that's really not saying I'm competing with another soul. Like, if I put up 25, I just want to come out and put up 26 next game. It don't matter who checking me or no shit. You know what I mean?
You competing with yourself. And y'all, like, I went to high school with Steve and whatnot. Like, Steve was shooting it up from 40 before he even crossed the half court line. He was launching them before Steph was.
Don't give me that. That's a terrible shot. Don't give me that. Now, I would name somebody that used to shoot that motherfucker like that. Like, pull up. Oh, my God.
Bro, you know I know.
Bro would just pull the fuck up. Like, now Mike was pulling up from 40. I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't gonna pull up from 40 because it just felt like a bad fucking shot. Why are you shooting that far?
But yeah, man. I mean, man, like, see, that's why I like to bring locals on, people I know that got good music, because we can have these conversations, because, like, the conversation is natural and it's organic, and you don't have to go, I don't have to do, and it may be lazy on my part, but I don't have to go do too much research just to extend the interview out. You know what I'm saying? It's people I didn't work with, people I didn't grew up with, to sing, and you know, it's some cats out, like, matter of fact, you know, we on the road to episode 100. Like, this episode 98.
Yep, 98.
we got one more episode to episode 100. Like,
98.
Man. Yeah, appreciate it. Like, we got our boy MCB Moss. We got our boy DJ Pilserman out there in Hawaii. You know, like, we got, you know, B Moss out there in Atlanta, and he do nationwide tours and stuff. And the purpose of Rejects was to help expand the independent artists. So, like, when we get on episode 100, we trying to have a big show, bring a lot of people in, and it's also maybe like a little mixer for a lot of different artists, so y'all can get to know these DJs and connect with each other. And
you know, honestly, I wanted to shoot for 100, episode 100, because just for the simple fact that I should have been one. So I always felt, you know, a certain way about that. Like, I couldn't do the first one. So time just passed and shit. But I looked up and you had hit me when I sent you the song. Like, bro, you're going to do the interview. And I could have said some old extra shit. Like, this in the way and this in the way. We're going to wait on this and try to put this together and roll something out. And it could have fell on 100.
Yeah.
But we needed to go on and do this.
Man. I mean, I'm going to put it out there before I forget. Episode 100, we really trying to have Keeper, Block, Hyperhound, you, MCB Moss, Pilserman, like everybody that helped get Rejects to where it's at right now.
Yeah.
You know, that's like episode 100 supposed to be like our Motown 25.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Man, like, for real, like, shout out to because we doing this, and we're not even doing this on the official page right now. We're doing this on the community page, because I ain't been looking at the members on the hip hop community page. Like, I haven't been like, oh, I'm monitoring it. We got 1,000, like 1.2K members sitting in the community page right now. So I got to say shout out to all the people who are in the hip hop Rejects community, and shout out to all the independent artists that we've had on this show, because it's all due to their hard work to share our show and to share that community page to get the community where it is. So
that is cool. Shout out to them, man.
Right, just because, like, honestly, man, this has been a journey. We done had times where we always apologizing to the fans because we'll be consistent. I'm talking about going hard, then we'll fall off.
Oh, shit, don't say that.
And then, no, because it's like it goes along with the climate in music. You know what I'm saying? Like when you got good music dropping, then we got stuff to talk about. Like if stuff going on in hip hop, we got stuff to talk about. But then when it slow down, they kind of like make us slow down because we don't want to just get on here and ramble about nothing. But
at the same time, it doesn't really even slow down. Like musically, that'd be my issue. Like I stay in the studio talking to my guys that like when it gets slow, that's when I kind of get frustrated because it seems that the hip hop culture, our hip hop culture, isn't putting shit out. Like the artists are just sleeping and shit. And like you say, for a week straight, artists would be banging out singles and shit. We'll be getting singles, especially on Facebook, SoundCloud, Reverb. People be throwing out singles, and I'm looking like, damn, that's what's up. It's the city thriving, people putting out music and shit. And then the next 3 weeks, it'll be extremely quiet, like nobody putting out shit, nobody saying shit. I guess on a smaller scale, it's just, just like the larger hip-hop community. You get a few artists that put out a couple projects, and then the whole community sitting around waiting on, those same few artists to put something out. And that'd be my issue. Like, I just like to keep it hot. Like, keep putting shit out. Keep the listener waiting on something. Because people take for granted our hip-hop culture around here.
Yeah.
They really do. Like, people want this shit. People want the podcast. Like Yao, for instance, I'm going to keep bringing back to Yao because I really been on Yao at the same time as fucking Nori. Is Nori podcast. Y'all been watching that shit?
The Drink Champs, yeah, we've been.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that shit has heated up and died down, and y'all still rolling. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate that comparison.
Formats, for real. Y'all on some more shit, man. Y'all started number one and at the same time. That was like around the same time. And he changed formats.
That truly was. Now when I think about it, yeah, that is around the same time that Drink Champ started, when we started.
Hell yeah. So, just on that note, just seeing who first and shit. I like people that start the wave. I like to roll with the people that started the wave. And now I really started this podcast shit around here, which is great, man. We need that. We need that shit. We need that other avenue to say, man, we can have a podcast instead of everybody want to say we can rap or we could make a beat. It's just another avenue to get your creativeness out.
Yep, that is definitely that. Steve, okay. So as far as like with your music, man, what drives you? What keeps you going? What keeps you continuing to make music as an artist? Like what keeps you going?
As an artist, I just really want to make the best. Hear the best music at firstly. Like we all can say we want to make the best song, but I just want to hear the best music. And like around here, being that we're on the local scene, we won't just get me a lot of times. I won't just get the songs that I want to hear. So I have to reach sometime and kind of it's like I'm making my own playlist a lot. And a lot of them times, rap is, like I be telling my homeboys a lot, rap is easy, in a sense. No, let's not do that. But in a sense, rap is easy if you're from that type of environment. So us rapping and rhyming, all you're doing is putting your sauce on it, and now you're a rapper. But at the same time, that pen game, when you work in that pen, man, it shows a different skill set. So the people before me, like first CD I ever bought with my own money was DMX, It's Dark and Hell is Hot. So people like that, DMX, Jay-Z, Then from there, Tupac, greatest of all time. Some might argue Biggie. Biggie was cool. I used to like the Fugees, Wu-Tang, pretty much everything East Coast around there. Everything No Limit, everything Cash Money, MJG, 8 Ball, UGK. I still live by Pimp C right now. But when you get away from rap, well, can't get away from rap without saying Outkast, then Goody Mob, then T.I. Okay, then 3-6. I really can't forget nobody because that shit would be really iffy. But then when I get away from rap, it's Michael. Like, Michael Jackson is one of the greatest motherfuckers to ever sing a note.
True.
And like I said, with him putting up 60 like that, I can't just be coming out trying to put up 30 and say, damn, Mike taught me that. Mike ain't taught you how to put up those 20 motherfucking points. Mike try to come out and bust the clock. So, you know, I shoot for great songs first and foremost, man.
That's what's up, man. So what we're going to do is we're going to get your opinion on some of the stuff that's going on in hip hop right now. First thing I want to talk about is King Petty. I don't know if y'all been keeping up with it or whatnot, but that boy 50 Cent. 50 Cent Instagram is comedy gold.
It's lit. His Instagram stay lit. I fuck with 50 though.
Yeah, me too. Like him, like everything, even though 50 ain't really rapping or nothing no more, is like his other business ventures have been very lucrative. Like Power, you know, he doing all these other shows and stuff. Like, you know, that's showing growth in your profession. You know, you ain't always gotta be a rapper. You can go out and become an executive producer and not just deal in music no more, because music is a very hot and cold, you know, genre.
Yeah.
To be in.
Unless you got like a really, really good catalog, and then, you know, you go overseas, because, you know, everybody, shout out to all the people, especially people in the UK that listen to us and all that good stuff. People in UK and stuff like that, people overseas, they don't care about what's the hottest thing. They listen to what they like because they like it. That's how like all these, you know, say probably 80s, 70s and 60s acts still be around here making money because they're overseas.
Yeah.
Doing tours.
Basically. I mean, when you go back and look at, like, for instance, look at Michael Jackson's Bad tour when he went overseas. Like, literally, it was a sea of people. He couldn't even, like, I don't even see how they dispersed all them people. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. Like, that Bad tour is, I don't know, man. A lot of that shit is, it's like God's gift to music, man. Like, you can't, for instance, on Thriller, the 25th edition of Thriller that remastered and when they put it out again,
yeah.
At the end of the CD, it was a track on there where Quincy Jones was talking about Michael and Thriller. And he was saying that, can't nobody try to make no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, put no shit out and make it do what it did. You can't shoot for that. The only thing that helped them was it was more of more divinity than anything, because that's the only person that could make something happen like that. That's God. So when Michael was out there like that in a sea of people, like, it literally looked like a wave of people. So soon as he hit the stage, somebody say Michael, and they just pass out. I don't know, man. That shit does. It's a beast, because that shit there is a beast. And at the same time, DMX in Australia. That shit, like, it's certain people, man, that make a move.
You get the crowds overseas. Okay, so, all right, so like right now, this debate been going on. A lot of the new younger cats, they coming out, they saying the old heads hating on them. I'm more along the lines. I feel I'm like all of us that's on this podcast pretty much around the same age as J. Cole. And to me, we old niggas, but we not old niggas. You see what I'm saying? And they want to say because we like a certain style of hip hop that we old niggas, but at the same time, I feel like we the generation that care more about lyrics and content versus just a beat. And when I sat back and thought about it, I literally had to just be honest with myself. And I know whose fault that the newer generation was on. I know whose fault it was that the newer generation only cares about the production. They just want a beat they can grind to, because when we go back and think about it, the songs that we was in the clubs bumping to in the early mid 2000s, the lyrical content weren't really all that high. And I blame that on Lil Jon now.
You can't do that.
like real talk, cause like it got to the point where it was like it got to the point where when we heard, we knew a Lil Jon beat when we heard it. We knew a Pharrell beat when we heard it. We knew a Timbaland beat when we heard it. We knew a Mannie Fresh, Justice League. We knew Scott Storch when we heard them. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
We paid that much attention to the production, and we stopped focusing on the lyrical content.
I think at the same time, like Southern music just started climbing and just started being more at the forefront. And without music and our production, you can't rap a cadence style rap to it. You know what I'm? Well, you can, but that hip hop, that pure East Coast lyricism flow that we really like because we grew up on it. And Southern music wasn't at the forefront when we was growing up, so we got a lot of the lyrics and a lot of the heavy samples and all that extra shit. And,
yeah, but for example, not to interrupt, but for example, what I'm trying to get at is when you listen to an Outkast album, we don't know who producing Outkast beats because we not paying attention to the Outkast beats. We paying attention to Outkast.
We just know it's a Dungeon Family. That's all we know. And whoever the hell it is.
That's all we know. We just paying attention to the lyrics because we want to know what Big Boy and Andre 3 Stacks saying. But when a Lil Jon song came on, the only thing that caught us was the hook and the beat.
I think it was because it was a heavy sound. Like at the same time, you know, when let me fucking name some man. Like you said, the Justice League. When some of them songs come on, you slick know who did it. I mean, like the new school shit. Even with Zato, you could slick tell when Zay beef in the play. You know what I mean? Because them
he got an intro sound. He got an intro sound to all his beats.
At the same time, Pharrell do too. If you peep, Pharrell got intro, like it stops like bump, pump, pump, pump. It do that every beat. It could be an R&B beat, it could be a Grammy hip hop beat, but that motherfucker's gonna jump like 4 times, and it's like a Pharrell thing. So I think, man, once you start getting into production, and these producers putting they sound on top of their beat. For instance, Timbaland, he just fucked up a whole generation. Everybody knew when the Timbaland shit finna come up.
Yeah, that was me. Right there.
Like even if you hate it, like I hear a lot of niggas saying trash. Magoo was all right, but at the same time, those lyrics on top of Timberland shit was gold. So it kind of depends. But speaking on that production tip, the southern guys, man, we got a different flow. So a lot of that shit ain't finna fall right on top of a southern type beat. And at the same time, everybody everybody wants a southern beat nowadays. A lot of artists, don't matter where they from, they rapping on a 808 driven beat that sounds like it's southern influence. So they're not finna be rapping East Coast-ish on it, because you can't. You know what I mean? The beat falls different.
And you know what? I had this conversation with somebody. I said, I believe Southern hip-hop turned out the way it was because of the HBCU bands. That, like, the Southern hip-hop production is because of historically black colleges bands. Because I believe producers wanted to make beats that they know a college could play that a college would be able to play. That's why it's so heavy in drums. That's why it's so heavy in horns. Like, not many strings. It's a lot of drums and horns in it. And I think it was because of that, because when you think about it, like, the perfect song to me for a college band to play down south is Southern Rivalry by Chamillionaire with Killer Mike and Pastor Troy on it. Then you think about, you think about all the music you heard from the South, and when you think about when you was in high school or college, especially if you went to an HBCU, like, you heard the most popular songs being played by the band.
Yeah.
Like, and I felt like that was the inspiration for the music turning out the way it did.
Yeah, I think that did have a lot of influence in it. Now that you say that, yeah, I think that correlates a lot. Because that band and shit, that's around the same time. Was that Trick Daddy, Take It to the House?
Yeah.
Around that time that shit came out. I think from there, shit went a lot of bandish type shit. Man, it bangs. It bangs like a motherfucker. And especially when the JSU get out there and play that shit gonna turn up.
Like, when you got colleges like FAMU, which I think, because I feel like all the drums and high percussion started in Florida, down there with Two Live Crew and all of them, and then FAMU and University of Miami picking up on it, and their bands playing that music. Then the other bands like, yo, we can play that music. So you got colleges in Georgia, you know what I'm saying? So you got people that probably was in college that, was studying music. They become producers, and like, it's ingrained in their head, they still a band geek, whether they know it or not. I mean, whether they admit it or not. And that's all in their head. Well, this will sound good when the band play it. And I think that's, I think that's what's led to it.
That's exactly true, man. Like I just said, man, Ken been making beats since the beginning, and he a band geek. He's a band fool. So a lot of my beats may start from a feel or start from influence I've had, and he'll finish it on some straight, this is what they'll sound like playing this shit. And it'll end up with brass in it, it'll end up with heavy-ass drums in it, and I'll have to come back and add strings on some, on some classical shit, just to stretch it out and air it out.
Right, I feel you.
But it's gonna bump and bang like a motherfucking band every time.
All right, so I got this question for you. Besides yourself, locally, who are your favorite artists?
Oh, sad question. Locally, who my favorite artists?
I mean, you could have just said everybody. I wasn't being messy. I mean,
I'm just playing. But at the same time, you know, if I say everybody, man, shit a lie.
That's a straight bald face lie.
A bald face ass lie. But at the same time, man, it's talent all the way around this motherfucker, man.
It really is.
I really like B. You know, that's my guy, but I really fuck with his passion behind his lyrics. I guess me working with him doing all the beginning CDs really kind of just made me sit back and pay attention to why he say shit and why this rhyme came to be and why he was said. And I see a few artists like that, like Beat 'Em Down, Deuce, his little brother Deezy.
Shout out to my cousins.
Goddamn. Hype, he'll spit. I like Fargo.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Fred Red.
Yes.
Fred Red ain't really never let me down. Foster. Okay. This one name though. I'm finna say Nash. Slick. He Slick is a motherfucker. And, you know, we've been recording a lot of shit, but these people Slick waiting on this motherfucker too. And that's QB, old Slick ass.
Oh, man, don't.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you something, bro, and I hope bro listening to this now, bro.
You know he is.
I hope bro listening to this now, bro. Like, QB is the most slept on artist in Greenville to me, bro.
I ain't gonna say that. I think he just more. It's more
reserved.
Anticipated.
Yeah.
It's more anticipated now because he for sure reserved. Slept on. I think he'll bite a motherfucker head off just by them saying it. So I like that. But
my boy had a song back when I think it was right after we graduated high school, called Mister.
Yeah.
The song was just called Mister. And he told a story, bro. And the like, I hated he ever lost that song, bro, because to me, just hearing that song, if that song could have just got on the radio, that song would have went worldwide.
Yeah. Yeah, he that type of artist. And just like I send you songs, Quinn, when as soon as I make it, I might shoot it to you to see what you think. I've been doing that shit with QB for last 4 years maybe. So I got at least 5 songs with QB on it that ain't nobody heard. And he may have just sent me 3 more he just did, like on the low, ain't nobody heard. So that's just a mixtape there or album there, just from what I know for sure. But bruh cold. Bruh got a head on his shoulder. At the same time, there's so many other artists, man. Like my ex-wife rather, just like the song. So shit. She is cold. Like her pen game cold. She got songs she hadn't even put out. Just cold. She gonna go by Lily now, Lily Da Vinci. So be looking out for that. She cold as fuck. It's a few more, man, but like I said, everybody can rap nowadays. Everybody can rap nowadays. So if I don't really see no reaching for I ain't gonna call it greatness, but reaching for more, then even if we just rapping, try to be the best rapper. I just like I said, everything go back to being an athlete a lot. And that competitiveness in it. It really ain't got to be against you, but it can be, and they know how to feel it.
Sure.
It can be if it end up like that. Like 50, 50 ain't giving a damn how you really feel after the war over.
No, he really don't care.
No, let's just get to it. But speaking of 50, man, Quinn, how you feel about that shit? Him and Floyd, that's what you mean?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's comedy to me, man. Like real talk. I just
that is terrible, man. They homeboys. They home.
What throw me off is that these long posts Floyd be posting. And like, Floyd, we know you can't read, dog, so we know you ain't wrote that.
We know somebody else posting that for you.
Yeah, bro, we know you ain't did that. So, you know, that's why it's funny to me. And like 50, like it feel like 50 do it effortlessly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's just like, that's why I feel like 50, I don't see why after all this time, Ja Rule came back wanting to smoke with 50. Like, bruh, like, you was well known. Nobody knew who 50 was, and he came out and assassinated you and your label.
Yeah. He had a little help, but 50 is smart. Like, you can't take nothing away from 50. But that shit with Ja Rule, somebody should have told Ja that he's doing what you doing, Ja. Why? You know, he's making the same songs you making, Ja. They just street oriented.
Exactly.
Like,
he was doing all the singing and everything. He just wanted to be the only one.
Everything. He was doing the exact same goddamn thing Ja was doing. But it was just geared more toward the street. Ja was geared more toward the women. And that goddamn switch up he did to Ja, that was a work of art. But the shit him and Floyd got going, and then 50 be calling him champ like Harlem Night.
Yeah, exactly, bro. I thought I was the only person that picked up on that, bro.
He's crazy, 50. Like little shit like that is what makes 50 over the top. Like, not even a whole joke. It's just him calling him champ. Like, you were on for that.
And see, the to me, like in Power, the character 50 played Kanan, I feel like 50 playing himself, because I feel like the same personality Kanan got, I feel like that's 50 personality for real.
Yeah, me too.
I heard that, but I've never even watched Power.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
You 5 seasons behind.
I've been watching Seinfeld episodes and shit. Curb Your Enthusiasm.
All right, so on current events, okay, so recently the mayor of Philadelphia put a stop to the music fest that Jay-Z and them throw every year. I forgot the name of it.
Oh, Made in America?
Made in America.
Made in America, yeah. Which is crazy. Like,
I think it's fucked up. He ain't mean to do that.
Hey, I you know what? Like, I wish we could have, like, we had been on game, bro. We could have tried to, like, get a petition or some sign. Like, yo, y'all want somewhere to have it at? Shit, we got a whole lot of space and opportunity down here in Mississippi.
Shit, somebody did that. What state was that did that? What is it? Wisconsin? I think it was Wisconsin did that.
Oh, that's crazy, man.
It was either Wisconsin or Minnesota.
Like real talk, I feel like other than we need, like, Mississippi need another music festival other than the blues festival, because we need a festival for the younger crowd too. Like, I was so, like, me growing up in the 90s, I used to always see my cousins getting ready that one time a year. I'm like, where y'all going? We going to Freak Meet. We going to Freak Meet. So I had it made up in my mind. When I got old enough, I was going to Freak Meet.
Yep, and then they took that
from. I had it made up in my mind I was going to be going to Galveston to the Capitol Beach party.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
And I feel like all those festivals, like the only.
Well, I did get to go to the Capitol Beach party. I did, because I was in Texas. But anyway.
Oh, but you got like Coachella now, and you got South by Southwest, and the more regulated.
Yeah, it's just that we just don't have our own, man. Like that's really what I be preaching in the studio to people I'm working with. Like our own. We need our own. That was the reason for starting Four Bars Entertainment in Greensville, because I came up screaming Rockefeller and Death Row and who else? Wild House. No Limit, Cash Money. Yeah, like even Def Jam, So Def. Like these people got all these goddamn institutions that people could go to. My whole thing was like in Atlanta, man, you can ride down the goddamn street and see that billboard and know you somewhere by So Def Records. On a good day, you could bump into somebody from So Def Records. Mississippi, on a good day, you're going to dodge a ticket or some shit. Like, you're not going to bump into no shit like that. And at the same time, now we got, certain people that's trying to do something and trying to make that
but you know what?
Actuality.
I'm finna put something out, and I hate to get into the socio-economic and political part of it, but
that's cool.
When you look at Georgia as a whole, and you look how much Georgia has changed, and how far behind Mississippi, Alabama, and Arkansas are behind them. Like, look at how, like, Georgia is possibly about to have their first black governor that's a woman.
Yeah.
And I think that's because of places like Atlanta, because of what the culture has done to the surrounding areas around Atlanta. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And the influence is so pristine that, like, the surrounding areas in the state has no choice but to accommodate or just, like blend into what's actually taking over. And I feel like in Mississippi and Alabama and, especially those two states and, Arkansas and whatnot, like, I feel like Georgia is just made it to the 2000s and we still in the 1970s.
You know why? We just, like, if you peep realistically what's happening, like, we kind of just stripping away all them 70s clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just freed the slaves in Mississippi, bro. Like, that shit just happened. Like,
it's true.
You had 4th of July and all that shit in June 19th. And then even after all that, then they just recently fixed some shit in the laws to where we were slaves.
True. And that's another thing too, bro.
This was 2000-ish though, when this shit happened.
Yeah, I think it was like 2013 when it happened.
Okay, now at the same time, 2013, I graduated high school 2002, fam.
Right.
So this was like we saw Atlanta boom and these artists boom. 2013, like you say, Georgia or Atlanta, it sounds black already. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Man, I'm on my way to Atlanta. Man, it sounds like you on your way to a black party. But guess what? I'm on my way to Mississippi. What does that sound like?
Man, like real talk, folks. Like, will you
about to go get locked up?
It's just the psychology of the word now. We just got to change the psychology of how we look at it and how we hear Mississippi now.
That's true.
That's how the world hear it. They really think we still, got
slaves. Like we still horse-drawn buggies and stuff.
Yeah, right. A lot of people think that.
That's just how Mississippi sounds. That's just how the connotation of the word sounds now. We got a lot of shit along with it. And we got to turn up, man. We got to change how motherfuckers hear Mississippi, how they hear their word. We got to change.
Because you know what I feel like? I feel like once you get past Jackson, like heading South Mississippi, it's a totally different thing. Because like it felt like North Mississippi still stagnant, and South Mississippi is really changing because, you know, it's more inclusive down there. It's not as segregated. Like, they still got a lot of, you know, segregated stuff down there. But, you know, like, when you go to the coast, like those folks is, like, pretty much blended.
You mean, you know, like them tourist spots?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And they prosper because they utilize what they had to generate wealth. Like, I mean, at one time, Greenville was like the shit.
Yeah, that's when we thought we got all these casinos, man. We thought like, oh, it's about to jump off. Now we got casinos.
We had the car show. We had Show Fest. You know, we had the Balloon Festival. We had like everything. Like, Greenville was the Queen City of the Delta. Like, and then it's just like overnight, it all fell apart.
Yeah. Well, like I said, man, we gotta change the connotation of the word.
And I feel like our generation, I feel like we can start a renaissance for the area to change it and bring it into a better place. It's just that we all got to get on the same page. We all have to be focused and determined to do it and not be worrying about, like, you can worry about yourself, but look at the bigger picture too. Like, don't be like, man, I don't want to work there, man, or I don't want to do this, man. I'm trying to do my own thing. Like, look at the bigger picture. Like, if we all got together and made things happen, so much more could be so much more could be done, and we could leave a legacy for other generations to change what the connotation of Mississippi is.
Right.
That's true. You don't have to have some forward-thinking people in whatever field they're in. So people that's thinking forward and being able to think on the same page like that.
That is true. That's the thing.
And like you started the interview off, I think about like the crabs and bear issue. I think that happens a lot out of, I don't want to say necessity, but just out of a fear of, I won't be able to quote unquote eat or quote unquote live how I want to live. You know, it's scary down here. Like if you slip, then you out there bad down in Mississippi. So a lot of times people be on that, I gotta get it. What's that J-Rock? Kendrick Lamar. That's what it sounds like. I gotta get it. That's what a nigga mind sound like all the time. So he may want to help or work with this certain person, but it's so tight down here to where ain't no time to kind of learn each other's mannerisms, learn each other's characteristics so we can work together. You just have to have the mentality like, okay, we got to do this. And hopefully this other person got the mentality like, yeah, we do got to do this. And it'll work faster or better if we do it together. Instead of, like trying to manufacture a cushy relationship. See, that shit fucks up a lot of shit too. So I'd rather if it's dog eat dog, then let's just, everybody just go to war and the winner win. But if it ain't, then everybody, it could be easy to work together. A lot of shit should have been did.
That's true.
Very true.
That is true.
All right, man. With it being episode 98, and Steve probably mentioned a bunch of albums in 98, he didn't even know it. Well, let's talk about some of the greatest, because last episode we kind of got the thing, it was like, 97, what's some of the greatest hip-hop albums in 97? So we decided to keep it going and talk about some of the greatest albums in 1998. Let's kick it off. We said, like I said, we said they named several times. Outkast, Aquemini came out in 98.
Oh, man.
Shoot, I would say probably, next to ATL is probably one of the greatest Outkast albums for me.
Yeah.
Aquemini was that album though. Like, that carried me over until Stankonia came out.
Yeah.
Cause 98 was that, like, man, I'm starting to feel really telling my age. 98, I was just leaving elementary school, going to junior high. So Aquemini kicked out junior high school for me.
98. Damn, 98. I was just coming to 8th grade, 9th grade, 98, 99. That was 9th grade. So yeah, that was my shit. Aquemini, Goody Mob Still Standing. I was on that more than Aquemini.
Oh yeah. Still Standing.
Yeah.
One, man. Oh yeah. I'm trying to think. What's some of the tracks off Still Standing?
Black Ice.
Yep. Black Ice. That's how I introduced the Cool Breeze. Man.
Yeah.
What you say? What you know about the bananas and mayonnaise? That's big deal.
Hell yeah. Then we had
Hard Knock Life came out on Life and Times of Sean Carter Volume 2. Hard Knock Life came out in 98. Yep. Like a lot of folks I knew that liked the Hard Knock Life single. I liked that song.
I liked it.
Hard Knock Life.
It was different from anything that was out.
Man,
yeah.
Hard.
He sampled a song off of Annie.
Broadway.
That was
Broadway.
Off Broadway. Hey, wasn't no hip hop artist even thinking about Broadway at the time, trying to do anything.
You know what?
Close to that.
How that happened was who he said the fuck he heard play that shit at a show. I want to say DJ Cool Kev or some shit. Old school cat. And he was playing at a show. And you know how DJs got that little intermission and shit. And he was kind of blending some and going from one song to another. And he kind of ficky and threw that damn Annie in that shit. And it was just the song from the movie, just the regular song. But the bounce, I guess, over the speakers made Brett like, damn. So that turned to that. But that album was a monster.
Yeah, but this album was bigger in my opinion. That's what I'm saying. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
I was just gonna say that.
No, this album to this day, man.
Like literally, this woman, this album 20 years old, bro, and this her only solo, only.
Yeah, I think she wanted to do more, but yeah, it was. I didn't listen to it like that. I didn't
either at the time. I mean, there were some of the singles that were like out that, that everybody was, singing or you was hearing all the time. Yeah, I'm the same way, Steve. I wasn't like, it wasn't something that was constantly in my CD player back then.
My mama was a big Lauryn Hill.
That's what I was gonna say. Like every girl though, like I can see girls down my timeline going off like, motherfucker, this what we was on. I don't know what the fuck y'all was on, because they really, really talk about that album all the time.
Yeah, because I come from one of them households where Sunday morning you getting woke up early in the morning, your mama jamming Prince, Michael Jackson, Earth, Wind and Fire, all that while you clean up and wash clothes. So when she found something up to date that she liked, we was gonna listen to that. And Lauryn Hill album, she was in love with it.
Okay, I'm looking at a few of these albums, right? Okay, It's Dark and Hell is High. Y'all already know what kind of history that was.
Yeah.
Right, then the same fucking year he dropped Flesh in My Flesh and went platinum again. So that's still staying. I think Future just did that with Future and Hendrix. He dropped both of them in the same year and went platinum 2 times.
Mm-hmm. 400 Degrees dropped in 98.
400 fucking Degrees dropped. See Murder, Life or Death. I was on that.
Takal 2000 dropped.
Fiend. There's One in Every Family, which was the shit.
Money, Power, Respect dropped in 98.
We got Busta Rhymes, ELE, Extinction Level of Event. Like
showing the And on that album, dude really showed me like he could really rap. Like,
give me
He's like Twister.
Yeah. Master P, The Last Done dropped in 98.
Which was cool. I think I was around that time. I was tripping on the hype.
On Cash Money. You was moving over to Cash Money around that time.
Yeah, that shit there.
I mean, I still had it, but at the same time, I was just like, that 400 Degrees had just caught me, you know, just caught me from the blue. It came out the blue.
That 400 Degrees was a monster, man. That may be, as I'm looking at these albums, that may be the pivotal album of 98.
Yeah, just like it came out the blue. Cause like behind, like back that ass up changed everything for Cash Money.
Yep, it did. That's when the money started coming.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shoot, what else we got? We got the Locks, Money, Power, Respect. I know a lot of people didn't really give the Locks a lot of credit until like later on, until they broke off. And then you got Jadakiss and stuff like that. And that's when people really.
I loved them.
Me too, bro.
Around that time, I loved them, man.
They was so grimy, bro.
But like I just said, I was reaching like 98. I had bought DMX, so I was reaching for that hip hop, that East Coast sound and shit. So I was on the Locks. I was on MOP. Wu-Tang.
And see, around that time, I was really starting to get into like Mos Def and Talib Kweli, cats like that. That conscious rap. I was,
it was
Common and folks like that. That's when I would start, because I was starting to think musically for myself a lot more.
Black Star, when they was doing that shit. Talib Kweli, I was there.
Yep. Matter of fact, I think they dropped the album that year, if I'm not mistaken.
They did.
Yeah, that's it. They did Black Star. Yeah, most of the time. Capital Punishment by Big Pun dropped in 98.
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
Tribe Called Quest, The Love Movement.
Yep. Dr. Dane, Red Man.
Oh, yeah. Tikal 2000, Judgment Day. Yeah, I remember that.
Was that the one with the Rockwell on?
No, that was the that was the album him and
Red did together.
Yeah. I think that was like 99, I believe.
Yeah, that was 99. That was 99. I think it was called The Rockwaller, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, it was called
yeah, the record was called The Rockwaller, but the album was called Blackout.
Yeah,
Blackout. Yeah, that's my Method Man go-to.
I think Method Man and Red Man is a slept on duo also.
Oh,
like
hell yeah,
I feel like as far as duos go, we pretty much give all the credit to Outkast
and UGK.
But like 8Ball, MJG, Red and Meth, UGK, you know what I'm saying? Those some duos that's just like
I think it's just relative to where you from.
Yeah.
Because shit, goddamn Daz and Corrupt don't get mentioned a lot, but
no, they don't.
Them two motherfuckers is shit, man. Batman and Robin. You talking about 2-on-2 against him, man? They ain't finna lose too many times.
Mobb Deep, like if you from New York,
Mobb Deep.
If you from New York, you give Mobb Deep a lot of credit.
EPMD. That's another dude.
EPMD. You see what I'm saying?
Eric B. and Rakim.
Yep.
Like, it's a motherfucking duo, boy.
I wouldn't even say like one of the first rap, because I don't know. I mean, I know Rakim doesn't really, and that's one thing about people don't give Rakim a lot of credit for. Rakim, like he raps, he don't curse. That's a talent nowadays when it comes to like some rappers now.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. I recently listened to something he did, man. I can't remember what the fuck was he rapping about, but I think he was telling a story. And dude still is the shit. Dude still like a rapper. His ass off, Rakim.
Yeah, it did. Even when in the beginning of his career, like Rakim was giving you like game, like real game, like street knowledge, but he was giving you wisdom at the same time too.
Yeah.
And And so like to me, I grew up, you know, being 80s babies. My uncle, when I was born, my uncle was young. So like I grew up, man, you can ask anybody that listens to this show. I give LL Cool J all the respect in the world because to me, LL was like the first like solo act versus, duo Run DMC. But like besides Run DMC, like the first solo act that just blew up the way he blew up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that,
I fuck with L. That's my dad's favorite artist behind Tupac.
I mean, like at one time, like I know when I was a kid, it was Kool Moe Dee and LL Cool J for me.
That was my guy, Kool Moe Dee, as a kid.
Yeah, like
the shades. I don't know.
It probably was the shades and the kufi.
I'm sure it was the shades and the kufi. It just looked cool. The leather shit. And then that Wild Wild West came out. He had on the red boots and shit like superhero.
Man, like Johnny Gill walking around in red cowboy boots.
Yeah. And then what's that other one? I Go to Work.
Yeah, I Go to Work. Yeah.
Yeah. I used to
another duo. Shit. I just had the name in my mouth. Y'all help me out.
Duo.
Big clock around his neck.
Oh, Public Enemy, man.
Public
Enemy, yeah. Bro, I had the name in my head, now my mind
you said
went
clock,
blank.
I immediately went to Flavor Flav Ugly.
I ain't lying.
Like to me, Public Enemy was the antithesis of the hype man and the MC.
Oh yeah, that was the prime example of that. Prime example.
Crazy story. Be Real. What's the name of that group?
Cypress Hill.
Cypress Hill, right? Okay, Cypress Hill. He said they got their shit from Public Enemy. Like he was trying to be like a West Coast Mexican Public Enemy. So that's why he rapped like his voice would try to cut through like Chuck D. And his other homeboy would kind of play the Flavor Flav role. But it was kind of more of a Mexican-ish thing. In other words, they looked up to them and tried to mimic themselves after him. And they missed, but they found themselves. And that's how we got Cypress Hill.
Huh.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah, which is cool. That shit is cool as hell.
I mean, go ahead.
No, I would say, finish statement, because we're about to
shut it down.
Bring it to a close. But all right, man. So we're gonna bring this episode 98 to a close, man. Y'all hit us up on the Hip Hop Rejects community. Let us know. There's a poll up right now. Let us know what your favorite album in 1998 was, man. If we don't have that choice up there for you on the poll, of course, always put it in the comments, of course. Steve, again.
Yeah, or you could just write Steve.
Oh yeah, or you could just write Steve as well.
Yeah, 98.
Steve, tell people where they can get your music and where they can hear your music at, man.
Okay, right now you'll be hearing it directly through SoundCloud. Right now we got like a rollout going on. So we ain't just put it all out there yet, but soon, excuse me, speaking like next week, everything be rolled out, right? We'll be looking at Tidal, Amazon, anywhere you could buy music. That's where it'll be.
Okay, cool. We'll definitely post that on the hiphoprejects.com and all that good stuff. In addition to that, before we head out, Reject Radio is coming in August, man. So please, all the artists out there, if you know an artist, know somebody that's trying to be an artist that has good music and it just needs to be heard on the right platform, Reject Radio is where you want to be. It's all about putting out independent music and just having a internet radio show that's all dedicated to playing nothing but indie music, man, indie hip hop music. So please make sure you send all that over to Reject Radio at the hiphoprejects.com. We're still taking in submissions for Indie Spotlight as well. We'll be rolling that back. Be doing that probably more so after episode 100. We'll be getting back in the groove of that in episode 101. But yeah, man, we'll see y'all for episode 99 next week.